Hello there, welcome to Blooming from Within. My name's Humphries and I'm a change facilitator. I get asked a lot, what does that actually mean? What it means is I'm a multimodality practitioner and my role is to support you in creating change at the subliminal subconscious level. This is where we create change in that unconscious area that, we're rewiring the neural network, we're diffusing emotions, we're getting rid of that mental chatter, that mental energy, that thought process. We're also diffusing physical stress. I've got a huge toolbox that I've gathered evidence and bits and pieces and strategies over 20 years to support you to change your world. When you choose to work with me, you're receiving a unique and tailored change experience. Each session is different, and this is because we don't live in a bubble. Every day is different. We're changing every day in this human experience that we're having. And, that can sometimes feel really exciting, and other times it can cause an enormous amount of stress for individuals. And I think we've all been there, haven't we? My role is to support you to diffuse the stress so that you can go away and recuperate and become the best version of yourself. And when we diffuse that stress, you're creating new opportunities, choice points, if you will, to choose to walk a new path, walk towards that dream life you've been craving and dreaming about. Some sessions incorporate all of the modalities I've studied, whether it be kinesiology, leap, meditation, hypnosis, wellness coaching. And this is why my client history form is so comprehensive. Don't worry if some of the questions push your buttons. It's designed to do that. So it helps me to identify where your problem or stress habit may be seated. When you make an appointment with me for the first time, you'll receive a welcome email. And within that email is a link to the new client history form, which you can easily download first to your device, then complete it and bring it with you to the initial consultation. If, however, for whatever reason you're struggling to fill it out because it's not a form that you just fill in the tabs, it's old school sheet. Download the Word version, fill it out, email it back to me, ideally within 24 hours of your appointment, so that I've got time to print it, make up your client file, and be ready for you as soon as you walk through the door. When maintaining client files, I have to do so in accordance with my industry association requirements and the Code of Conduct for Non-Allied Health Practitioners. All files are maintained in a strictly confidential manner, and each session is treated with the utmost confidentiality. It's normal, I think, and part of our human nature to feel a little nervous or agitated at your first session. So let's talk about that before you come. Let's try and put some of those concerns or worries to bed. If your stress perhaps is part of communication and expressing yourself, it may be easier for you to simply write on the second page of the client history form, what is it you want to achieve? I want to learn to express myself better. You might have an idea of what it is you exactly want to work on. Make a list, bring that in as well. Sometimes you don't have to do much talking in a session, and if you feel a little anxious or vulnerable doing that and speaking up, I just need some guidance. I'm not a mind reader, and when you're able to interact with me and say, yes, that's true, I'm here for this or that, it gives me an idea of which direction we're heading in. I also want to let you know that if you're booking a kinesiology session, those can be quite tactile, and that means there can be rubbing and touching of your body. I want to reassure you from the outset that anywhere you've got an underwear zone, that's your private space, and I will not go ferreting in there. That's not to say that sometimes there might not be an acupressure point that needs to be reached, and let me assure you, you can do all that touching, not me. If there's a part of your body that's ticklish, injured, or you simply don't like being touched in that spot, let me know. And you can do all of the touching and all of that part of the process. You're in control of the session. I'm merely the facilitator of change. Because I'm a wellness coach, I support you to identify what's the goal for the session. What do you want to feel like when we've completed our time together? My role is to then go and find all of the stress obstacles that get in the way of you living your dream life. And from time to time, you hear me mutter under my breath as I'm talking to your nervous system and your body. And I know that sounds weird. Kinesiology is a bit different. And there's other times that I'm going to make direct eye contact with you, and we're going to consciously start unpacking and exploring an issue or a challenge. And what this does is it gives you a bit of a 360 view of the goldfish bowl of where you've been doing life and just being able to see one side of it. We're going to work on helping you see other parts and different perspectives. When you come to me for a session, I do suggest wear long pants or a longer skirt because from time to time, if I'm doing muscle monitoring, I will muscle monitor the entire leg and I don't need to see what you've got under your dress or skirt. Remember, that's private. I suggest wear something really comfortable that you can fully extend an arm or a leg. When it comes to wearing hairstyles, take your clips out or have your hair out, that's fine. Just don't wear goop because I have to put my fingers on the top of your head and tap the sides from time to time and mutter under my breath like a crazy lady. I also suggest take it easy on the makeup because that might run with tears. When it comes to medications, vaccinations, or even oncology treatments, I do suggest wait at least 4 weeks. Have a break between that activity and an appointment with me. Let me talk about that. Firstly, whenever you've put a substance into your body, you've obviously paid time and money to do that. So we don't want the external influence, like a kinesiology session, influencing your lymphatic reflexes. We don't want to interfere with what the substance has been designed to do. Secondly, some substances are designed to promote an immune response for your longer term health. It's highly likely that you may shed live virome after that substance has been injected into your body, and I choose not to be exposed to that. Before I wrap up, I want to remind you that if it's your first time working with me, it is normal to feel a little nervous, agitated, a little bit anxious perhaps about what we might work on. And I want to remind you that you know what, whether it's kinesiology, hypnosis, meditation, I want to reassure you, you are in control all the time. Your conscious mind will drive what you choose to share with me or not. Your conscious and subconscious will work together to help me reveal the patterns of stress so that I can support you to diffuse so that you're still in control of your release, what you expose or bring up to the surface to be dealt with, and you're responsible for and being in charge of how you recuperate when you go home. I'm a change facilitator. I'm here to support and facilitate your change process, but not do the changing for you. If you've got a question, shoot me an email at support@karenhumphries.net.au. Remember, as always, you can choose to change and bloom from within, and I look forward to being of service to you.